Hello everybody, Resented here, back in my program, and if you have stuck around for a while, then you might have realized that this is the same kind of video style that I've had before when I show off my program that I'm working on, the game, and you might have noticed that it's a little bit different. I did upgrade to Windows 10 and the program Flash Develop. I reinstalled it, got some new themes, so it looks pretty cool. Everything's nice and blue and just looks very slick. I like the dark themes better than the lighter themes. I'm not sure why, because it's just because I'm like a night person. I'm not too certain. But anyways, what I'm doing today in this video is I'm going to show off my game a little bit, just because as you'll see here, which I'll show in a little bit, I'm about to conquer spells in the game, which is the very beginning of combat. And the fact that I have been able to reach the point where I'm starting to work on combat says that I am actually very far in development of the game. And so before I launch into combat, since that's going to take a very long time to do, it's probably... Oh, was that my cat? I have my headphones on, so I just heard a noise. I'm not sure if the microphone picked it up, but might have been my cat. Hopefully he's okay. He did just eat, so I don't know if anything's wrong with him. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Yeah, combat's gonna take one of the longest times to get functioning as much as I wanted to, or like basically as good as I wanted to. And so before I did start combat, I wanted to just show off what I have now, and also just, you know, to put videos out, just because I know I haven't done videos in a while. The only thing I really put out is the Rick and Morty stuff, which exploded actually, and I am very surprised, because all I did was I loaded up that clip of Rick and Morty, since it was one of my favorites of season 2 and I didn't find that clip anywhere else, so I just uploaded it, put it on the subreddit, and then somehow it just blew the fuck up, and it was insane. And now it has like close to 600,000 views, which is immense to say the least. But that is not what I plan on uploading. I did upload a small other one, but that's not a big deal in and of itself. Oh, just watching my cat, making sure he's alright. He's right beside me. He seems fine. Anyways, yes, so I was just gonna do like a small, it's not really much of a let's play, but it is like kind of like a showy off the game, just because it is in a playable state, but it's far from finished. And so I'm going to go ahead and start the game. I'll actually, ooh, you know what? I'm going to go into full screen. I'm not sure if that's going to mess up the recording. I am recording with Shadowplay, and I know Shadowplay is a little bit better than Fraps, since Fraps records raw data. But Shadowplay does have a variable frame rate, which I did not realize before until my earlier Shadowplay recordings had a disconnect from audio to video, and apparently there's another program you have to use for that, which kind of defeats the purpose of me using Shadowplay, because recording in Fraps, you get the raw data, so the video itself is giant. Like a 30-minute video is like 80 to 100 gigabytes, which is insane. And so you have to encode it using I used Premiere Pro. Of course, I don't have it on this computer anymore since I reinstalled the operating system. I'll have to reinstall that. But then I thought I'd use Shadowplay, since Shadowplay automatically encodes. But the one glaring issue is it has a variable frame rate. It doesn't lock the frame rate to 60 FPS, which is what I have it in. And so that gets the disconnect from audio to video, which I didn't realize until my videos had those disconnects and people had to point it out to me. So anyways, I'll go into full screen. It seems like Shadowplay's doing alright with recording it, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Bear with me, there is no sound yet, no music, so it's just going to be me talking and you watching the game as well as just hearing me talk, so I apologize for that. Basically, if you have seen my videos on my game before, you start off by picking, or should I say, if you haven't seen those videos before, the first thing you do is you select the main class and then a subclass, and then each class is going to have its own little spells and abilities for it, and then you choose 3 allies, again with like the same sort of thing over here. and then you choose 3 allies, and then it shows you down here what you chose. You selected the Berserker with Corn, Thorn, and Aether, and then if you choose like a 4th person, even though you already have 3, it sort of like pushes the last person that you picked, or rather the first person you picked, the person that you selected first, since they're the ones that have been in your party for like the longest time. It doesn't push the person you just selected, it pushes the person that you last selected, if that makes any sense. It's a little strange, but once you understand it, hopefully it makes sense. And then you allocate 10 skill points, and the skill points change depending on the class. And I'm just doing a Warrior Berserker just because it's the first selection right there. And then I always just even out the stats, give them 20 and then 10 in the rest. And then my cat is making a lot of noise. Anyways, each stat over here does specific things, like Constitution increases health by 10 per point, Intelligence increases max mana by 10 per point, Dexterity increases accuracy by 0.5% per point, and Swiftness increases quickness by 1 per point. Oh yeah, and then Luck, of course, increases crit chance by 0.5% per point. And then, excluding Luck, each stat also gives bonuses to specific classes. So Constitution is the Warrior class, and so Constitution gives Warriors 1 damage per point, and the same thing with Intelligence and Mages, Dexterity and Rogues, and Swiftness and Archers. So yes, since I'm a Warrior, I have 20 Constitution, so I have 20 bonus damage. And then if I was a Mage, like this guy here, I'd have 23 damage. Pretty straightforward. And then the same thing with my allies, but you don't get to augment their starting stats. They already have their own, which I will show. And then you choose the difficulty, which basically just changes the multipliers of the game, like the gold multipliers, the experience multiplier, and then the stat multiplier that the enemies get multiplied to change their stats by whatever factor. And then you just select it, and then you select the name. So for here I'll just do Resented. I also got a mechanical keyboard, so you might hear some clicky clacky there, but fortunately this game is mostly point and click, so you won't have to bear that for too long, other than that right there. And then the run length, it does nothing right now. All it does is it sets a variable. That variable isn't used yet, so we can do whatever we want. I'll just do short. It's not going to do anything. And then you can only proceed once all those criteria are met. And then down here we get the seed number, where I did put seed generation into the game. So if you put in any number that's not less than or equal to 0, you can then generate a seeded randomness run, just in case if you want things like, I don't know, like races with a friend, you can put in the same seed. You guys will get the same items, the same floor generation, same everything. It's pretty cool. I'm not gonna put in a seed, so we're gonna get a random one. Then we proceed. We get the story. I guess I'll just put it. Let it roll, just in case if you want to read the story. I did change it from last time. Maybe if I did show it last time, it is different. So if you want to, you can read it. If not, then I will hit next very briefly. So if you do want to read it, I guess there's a lot of words, so you can just pause the video if you wish. But if not, I'm just gonna start my journey right now. And then we have begun the game. So right now, current floor 1, rooms left 10. So now this floor has 10 rooms. The first room of the floor is always this room right here, where you can rest. It restores your party's health and mana. And then you get just a few selections. You can open the inventory, open the statistics, continue downwards, which just puts you into the next room, or you can exit to the main menu if you wish. And then, if you did notice before, whenever you do go into the inventory or statistics, the background does do this little light shade thing that just doesn't allow you to click anything on like the game itself. You have to like it basically puts the focus onto the menu that opens up. So the inventory, pretty straightforward. You have some inventory stuff, and then your items are randomly generated. If you have a seeded run, the items will always be the same. Rather, the starting items will always be the same with the same seed. And then statistics, if you want to see some more in-depth stuff on your party members. And then if you do have skill points, they will have little pluses and minuses here that let you allocate them. So anyway, let's move on. Now this first room that we got was a shop room. There's really nothing I can do here since I don't have any gold. And then here you can just, you know, look at the items that's for sale. If you click it, it's like purchase for 20 gold, you have 0. I don't have enough gold. But then it allows you to, like up here, we got some items that we can look at if we do want to buy them. Then we can compare the items to our party members. So let's say I want to do, oh, I don't have a mage since I did select a different thing. I actually, I'm not gonna go back, it's whatever. So Erickson is a archer, I'm pretty sure. So you want to compare it to bows. Yeah, like the shop, this one's a chipped iron bow, and then what Erickson has equipped is a smooth wooden bow. The chipped iron bow is better, of course, since it's a more rare item. But I can't buy it, and he's not high enough of a level, so I might as well just move on. This room has nothing inside of it, so might as well just move on. This one is a new room that I don't know if I've shown off before, but it's a stat check room where it chooses a random stat out of these 5 to choose, and then it gets a sort of, I don't want to say pseudo random because it is random, but it's sort of random in that it basically takes the average level of your party and multiplies it by a certain factor and then adds a base number to it, and then that's the hidden variable that it's checking. Excuse me. And then what it does is that hidden variable is the stat that the ally that is checking has to have a greater value for. So let's say it chooses Constitution and the hidden variable is 10. You choose an ally to try to pass that check, and if their Constitution is greater than or equal to 10, they pass the check and you get rewarded. If they fail the check, as in if their variable or if their statistics is less than the hidden variable, they fail the check, and then you can't go through the check anymore. You fail and you don't get a bonus and you have to move on. Basically, it tells you the stat based on the description. So this one is jammed and will require brute force to open, which you can pretty much deduce that is Constitution. And then here it says, and that appears very easy to accomplish. The difficulty is a direct translation to how many of your party members will be able to pass that check. So very easy basically means the hidden variable is low enough to where every single party member will be able to pass the check. If it says easy, that means there's only 3 party members that can pass it. Average means 2 party members, hard means 1 party member, and impossible means no party members will be able to pass it. So you can use that as a sort of, like, I guess not really a cheat, but maybe like a cheese. You can like kind of cheese the system where if it says average, that means only 2 party members can pass it. If you know the stat that it's trying to check, you can see which 2 party members have the highest stat, and those are the 2 party members that will pass the check. So in this case, anyone will be able to do it, so I'll just do my character. So I push with all my might and slowly pull the door open. Each party member's experience was increased by 35%. So if we go into here, oh yay, we all have 35 experience now. So that's pretty cool. Then we move on. This is a resting room. It's basically just like the first room, only it's in the middle of the dungeon just in case you come back from combat and you're a little bit damaged. And then you can rest if you want. It doesn't really do anything right now since there is no combat. We got a treasure room, which is one of the first rooms that I have ever implemented, and basically you get 1 random item from each of the item types. So 1 random weapon, 1 random armor, 1 random offhand. So in this case, we do have some patched silk robes. I don't have a mage since I kind of messed up character selection, so we might as well sell that, and we might as well sell the tome since that's also a mage item. And the chrome spear, that's level 59. I probably should just sell it since I'm never going to get to level 59. So yeah, so we got some gold there. We got, how much? 303 gold now, which is pretty good. This is one of the newest, I think this is the newest, not one of the newest, this is the newest room that I implemented. My cat is playing with a box. That is what that noise is, if you can hear it. Anyway, this is a blacksmith room, and this allows you to basically create any item that you want, which is a pretty cool implementation. So let's say you have, let's say, Corinth, and you look at his bow, and 10% max health heal when you kill a target. That's actually not bad, but the bow's damage is pretty horrible. So let's try to make him a better bow. So then what we're going to do is we're going to create a weapon, and then we want to make a bow. So now it's basically choose the rarity that you want. I'm going to do common just because I don't want to get a bow that's too high of a level for him to take. So we're going to do common, and then we have 3 materials to select from. Better materials, of course, increase item stats but cost more. I'm going to do wood just because, again, I want to play it safe. And then we do the crafting, where slower crafting costs more gold but gives a better chance for a good condition. I'm going to do normal crafting. I have a lot of gold. I can probably do careful crafting, honestly. And then you chose the careful crafting speed for the wooden bow. Lastly, select the special you want for this item. I'm going to try to give him the consume. Where's consume? It's right here. Yeah, if you don't want a special, you can just hit none at the end. This will not apply a special, so it's not like it's forcing you to select a special. You can always hit none if you don't want one. But I'm going to hit consume. It's going to cost 72 gold. I have 303. Let us create it, and now we have a bow. It's fucking level 4. I chose the worst items, and I still got a level 4 bow. It's better by a huge margin. It deals 31 to 31 damage, and his only deals 12 to 13. But yeah, that's sort of just like a glimpse on the item creation. For this one, it's basically the same thing with like the armors. You choose everything that you want. That'll cost 500. I don't have enough gold for that, obviously. We can go all the way back if we want. Create an offhand, like a shield, a quartz shield of gold steel. Pretty cool. I'm just gonna leave. We got another nothing room. I'm gonna see. Oh, here we go. We got a sacrifice room, which I think I did show off. I'm not too certain though. But yeah, anyway, it's basically you sacrifice your resources to get bonuses. So for this case, you choose a sacrifice target, and then the gold sacrifice you get plus 5% damage. In parentheses, it says it will increase your damage by 1. It costs 46 gold. We have 231, and it's a minimum cost of 30. So I can do that if I want. I kind of don't want to, because 5% damage or a 1% increase in my damage might be pretty good, but I don't really think so at this point. We get plus 15% experience to the next level, which is 15. It costs 40 current health. So basically, it's the greater the sacrifice, the greater the reward. So for here, you can use maximum health, and it reduces your max health, but your experience gain is increased by 15%, which can be pretty good if you want to sacrifice enough. And then here, these two are basically the same as these two, only it's for mana in case you have like a low health target and you don't want them to lose even more health. You can instead take from their mana. And then here you get plus 10% max health, which increases it by 20. And then this one is plus 15% experience gain. The max mana and current mana sacrifices pull from the same pool as the current health and max health pulls. And then the gold pool is completely different just because it's gold. You're not using an actual like statistic. You're using your gold. So the gold one is like the lowest tier. The current health and current mana are the middle tier, and then the max health, max mana are the highest tier. There's nothing really good here, so I'm just gonna move on. There are some really good ones that we might run into later. Then we got a first room again. Yeah, you saw the last room of the floor is just as boss room. That's gonna be where the boss is. The last room of each floor is always going to have a boss. This one is a gambling room where you can spend gold to get a chance to win some bonuses. So you choose a gamble target for whoever wants to win the bonus, then they can sacrifice their gold. Unfortunately, this play was not in your favor, and then we just keep doing it until, yeah. The current gold cost at 19 is below the minimum cost, 23. So if we want to play the game, we have to get more gold. Which, there we go, we can play it once, and we didn't win. The chance to win does increase by your luck, so if you have higher luck, you do have a better chance to win. But we cannot play anymore because we are out of gold. I could sell all my gear if I want to. I'm not gonna do that though. Even though there's no combat, I'll feel bad if I steal their gear. We got a lot of nothing rooms. Ooh, okay, we got a potion room here. This is basically if you played the Binding of Isaac. These are like the pills. Each potion has either a negative or positive effect. You will never know what effect that is until you drink the potion for the first time. But then after you drink it for the first time, if you run into the same potion on the same run, it'll tell you what effect that has, which is pretty cool. So the first time I always just give it to myself. So his intelligence was increased by 1, and then it tells you the before and after change, just in case you wanted to know that. And then we got another shop room. How much gold do I have? 93. That's not enough for much of anything. I can't even buy a friggin' bow because they're all too high of levels. Yeah, I'm just gonna move on. We got another stat check room. This one's very easy, so it doesn't really matter which one it is. It's Constitution again. I'm just gonna open it. Each party member's damage was increased by 15%, which is pretty good. Pretty good. So let's just move on. Just keep going down. Yeah, well, can't do this. I don't have any items to sell. Ooh, we got a legendary item. So we got a spear, level 5. Oh, we don't have a mage. Get rid of that. And a poor mithril parrying dagger. Damage dealt is increased by 59%. Level 84. That's pretty damn good, to say the least. You can't equip it though. But I'm gonna sell it because I want gold. What about the spear? Hold on. His spear is actually better, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. And then basically we just keep moving on. You see, there's not too much to it right now, but I feel like once I get combat in the game, it's gonna be like a lot more interesting. Yeah, more bows that are too high a level. I should try to see if I can get a quiver. Let's see. This door cannot be opened but has a lock on it that can be picked. So this one is dexterity, I'm pretty sure. It appears easy, so that means there is one party member that will not be able to pass the check, which is, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's me, because my dexterity is the lowest. So yeah, anyone else will be able to pass it, so let's do that. You gain 665 gold. We now have, that is a lot of gold. I don't know if I'm gonna have to nerf that, because that seems like a lot of gold, but I can't really make a judgment like that just yet until the game is a little bit more fleshed out. Come on, we need some more interesting stuff going on. All these bows are level friggin' 2. What about a... Ooh, okay, hold on. We can get a quiver for him. I'll get him a quiver. I'll buy him this quiver. You want a quiver? Increases intelligence by 7%, which will increase it by like 1, right? Yeah, plus 1 intelligence, so there you go, plus 1 intelligence. Whatever, that's fine. We got nothing. We got another gambling room. Let's do it on Erickson again. Come on, give me something, give me something, give me something. Ah! So bad. When it pays out, it's good, I promise. This one's... It's checking Constitution again. I promise it's random. It's not just Constitution and Dexterity. We got some more stuff. Sell the tome since we don't have a mage. What's the spear? Ooh, we got some leather armor. Let's see. It's defensive 3. He has a defensive 4. He has a defensive 4. He has a defensive 3. 25% chance to mana regen, 33% of damage taken over 3 turns. That's pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and just sell this, since no armor that my party has is better, or is worse, I should say. Yeah, boss room. And then the floor size does increase the farther down you go, just very slowly. Because at first the floor size is like 7 rooms to 11 rooms, I think, is the max for the first floor. But then once you get to like floor 10 or 20, the floor size starts going up to like 15 to 20-ish. It's the math is a little strange. It gets bigger, basically, up to a cap of 100, just because I don't think anyone will play one game to the point where their floor size will go to the cap of 100, but it's possible. And so I made a cap just in case there are those crazy people that do that. We're gonna save that. Gonna sort by empty just because it'll push this item up here. I'm not sure if I want to do like a drag and drop system. I know it might be useful to do that, but I do have the sort buttons here that kind of just do anything that you want, honestly. No bows. Dang it. Still not getting anything that great. We can sort by type here. Let's see, we do get a dagger. It's level 1. It's really shitty. I don't want that. Even though, I can't equip this now. Can't equip an offhand with a two-handed weapon. Yeah, I can't equip this because he has a spear. I should have given him, no, this spear is too good. I shouldn't have given, I think I did the right thing on not giving him the dagger. Even though this does increase his damage dealt by 3%. This only has a defense of 1. That's horrible. I will save that just in case a better spear or a better dagger comes around. Let's see if I can win something. There we go. Damage increased by 3. We now have 29. Awesome. Okay. So see, when it pays out, it's actually not bad at all. We have a white potion. I don't know what it does. His max mana was decreased by 11. Oh no. That's horrible. Let's get some good stuff. We got a lock again. Each party member's swiftness would increased by 3. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. I want some good stuff. Sort by rarity. Let's see. And then by type. Got some of this. Got some of this. Sell that. We don't have anyone that can wield that. And yeah, this is basically the game. I thought there'd be more. It'd show off more rooms, but that just has to do with the whole weight system. Because before, I was actually getting really lucky and getting a lot of super ultra rare treasure rooms. I haven't run into any yet on this run. It would be cool if we ran into one, and then is there any more? Do we already run into every room besides that one? I can't recall. Got a shop room. Ooh, yeah, see, and now we ran into the same potion, so it tells you, you remember this potion increases luck. So now, you can go into, like who needs luck? Maybe I should give it to Erickson, since he has the lowest luck of the whole party. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Luck was increased by 1. Hooray! And then we get a black potion, which increases max mana by 12, so we gain a net positive of 1 mana from that other potion that decreased it by 11. And then we got another constitution check. I promise it's not just constitution. Wow, 25% increase of max mana. That's pretty good. We got some more gold. There we go. Max health increased by 20. So when it pays out, it's pretty good. Now let's just keep moving on. I'll probably go through about floor 10 before I stop. I might try to show off some seeds because I did save some cool seeds that had some cool stuff inside of it. Actually, we did get some more items. Oh my god, okay. This is where sorting comes into play. We can sort by rarity and then sort by type, because this will then sort by type, and then it'll sort by rarities which within those types. So you see, for here, the parrying daggers, the type is all sorted to where it starts with weapons and then goes to armor and then goes to offhands. But then if you do rarity and then type, it'll do like the types will be sorted by rarity. So all these parrying daggers, it starts with the most rare and then goes to the least rare. If you do it the other way around, where you sort by type first and then rarity, all the items are sorted by rarity first, and then within those rarities they're sorted by their types. So for all these uncommon rarities, it goes to weapons, then armor, then offhand, and then for the common items it goes weapons, armor, offhand. Same thing with these rare items, although I only have one, so it's not a very good example. Then we can do value. The most valuable one, of course, is the rare one. Sort by level. We got this right here. This is pretty bad, actually. Let's get rid of that. Can't do that because don't have a made. What about this? Ooh, plate mail. Now his armor is so much better. Anyway, let's move on. I'll go through floor 10. We got, okay. It's dexterity and constitution. I know it's random, but like, come on, randomness. You gotta do better than that. Let's just keep going. Okay. Keep on going. Keep on going. It's all nothing rooms. All nothing rooms. The game will be a lot more exciting once I get combat in the game, which I will start on basically as soon as possible, since I have a... Oh, I didn't show you what I wanted to show you before, but Yeah, I'm going to show that after, hopefully, if I remember. We got this. I don't... Oh, we have a shield. Can I equip it? I can! So now he has a shield that reduces damage taken by 5%, which is pretty good. Pretty good. I'm not going to do the wooden bastard sword just because I can't equip a bastard sword when I have a shield, and I want a shield. Increases luck. Alright, goes back to Erickson. We got a red potion. Decreases swiftness, so I'm not going to drink that one again. Floor 9. Got a purple potion. Increases constitution. Resented is a good candidate. There we go. This is a different stat. This one is swiftness, because the door swings open and shut quickly, giving you a brief time to slip through, which appears easy, so who won't be able to pass it? Oh, it will be Thorn, because his swiftness is the lowest. So anyone else can do it. I'll just do Erickson. Luck was increased by 3. That's pretty good. Now we got another... Ooh, we got another... Oh, I should... Okay. I just found something out. The current gold cost doesn't reset, so wait. Does it actually just add to it? Oh, shit! Alright, I gotta fix that. Oh, crap. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah. Okay, I can't believe I didn't think of that, where when you enter the room, it should reset the current gold cost, because it's using the gold cost from the last time I was in the blacksmith room. Yeah, that should be fixed. I'll do that. Playtesting found a bug. And you gotta understand, if there are bugs in the final product, it's because I'm the only person playing my game as of right now, so I'm the only one who can find these bugs. We have some more items. Oop, let me click that, please. Thank you. Nope. Only played it once. Didn't really give me much. Alright, we're getting to the home stretch here. A pink potion. Wait, what is this? Yeah, pink. Increases max health. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Alright, after this, I will be done. Increases intelligence. We don't have a mage that can utilize the intelligence, so I'll just give it to myself. Increases max mana. Again, no mage to utilize on the max mana, so I'll just give it to myself. Alright, alright, alright. Got some good stuff. Come on. I still am banking on that super ultra rare treasure room. I'm gonna go ahead and sell everything just to get as much gold as possible, just in case there's other things I want to do if we hit across them in the in this run. Oh, that was a legendary, not a rare item. I thought it was rare, but it was legendary. I did the auto destroy where you click it and it destroys all the items of that rarity. Just in case you want like a quick destroy, I should do a thing where it asks you to confirm whether you want to destroy all those items, because I don't want you to accidentally click it and then all of a sudden blink all those items out of existence. Let's keep going. Come on, come on. Ah, fuck. We didn't win. We got 3. Ooh. Oh, I'll give him a new bow. Erickson, I got this bow for you. Why can't you equip it? He's using his bare hands. Can't destroy it. Destroy. Can't destroy it. Whatever. Let's kind of deck out. Let's see. I'll buy this. I'll buy this. And I'll buy... Oh. I can't buy this. I can, but you won't be able to equip it. I got you this and I got you this. You're naked, but that's okay. Level 2. Level 1. Level 1. Nope. Okay, whatever. That's fine. 2 and 1, and we're done. I'm gonna call it, unfortunately. So let's do that, and then let's see. Oh, forgot to exit. Maybe I should do that. And then, as you can see, the console was outputting stuff while that was going on. So I will... Oh, Jesus, yeah. This is what the console was putting out while I was playing the game. You can see stuff like whenever I increase a skill point, it increases the skill point by 1, and then stat before change and stat the after change. And in between, since it's Constitution and I was a warrior, my bonus damage was increased by 1, and my max health was increased by 10, since Constitution increases max health, and then Constitution increases also increase your current health. That's a little bit different than if you just increase your max health. If there's a spell or an item in the game that increases your maximum health, I don't think it also increases current health, which is a little bit of a nuance. And then down here, if we go on, like, you know, intelligence, it increases max mana. and so on. Dexterity increases accuracy, and where's the other one? Swiftness, where is it? Quickness, there we go. Quickness and swiftness. Yeah. And then it shows you the seed that generated and then the floor that generated. So that's pretty good. And then this happens every time you exit the statistics or the inventory. Basically, because since you can allocate skill points in the statistics screen, if you don't confirm the changes, it has to revert your stats back. So this is what this does. I should make it to where if you don't allocate points, it shouldn't do this. It should only do this if you allocate points. But for now, this is how it does, and it's insane because it goes through every ally that you have. Yeah, basically, it's crazy. And then it does it again because I open the inventory again, and then so on and so forth. Come on, where's the new floor? There it is, new floor right there. Pretty good stuff. Anyways, I do want to open up something real quick. Cool seeds. Here we go. Yeah, I even tell you what happens. Rare treasure room, rare treasure room, rare treasure room, rare treasure room. So let's go ahead and see if the seeds still work, because if I do add more stuff to the game, previous seeds sometimes won't generate the same. So let's see if this will work. Again, yeah, there we go. Nope, just kidding. Oh, ally 1. What the hell? Hold on. Why is that? Oh, I see why. Hold on. I see what happened. Maybe you guys saw that, but I didn't. This was, actually, I guess I can show this as well while I'm at it. Syntax error. Excuse me. Oh, yeah. I did change how my item specials work and my stat change event work. I've talked about my stat change event in a previous video. I'm not going to go over it again since the stat change event is pretty damn complicated. But I did change it, so I did want to test it out on whether it the changes worked, and so I did make like a small battle thing. I've done this battle thing before where it's very rudimentary, but it does show off that damage works, all the specials in the game currently work, which means the foundation for combat is in the game. I just need to implement combat now. So you see right here, it does show you that it works. So see, like right here, he has a special that does mana cripple, which reduces their maximum mana. So for here, whenever the player attacks the ally, the player mana cripples, and then right here you can see the max mana being reduced. And then it reverts properly, where if he mana cripples again, it reverts the previous one and it applies the next one. So everything works exactly how I want to. I just need to implement it now. So yes. So I didn't realize I didn't edit out everything I wanted to, so it was not working properly in game because it was changing the display name, and I put this right down here, so it was running this code, but I didn't want it to run that code because this was just for the rudimentary combat system. Oh shit, what's going on here? Hold on. Why didn't it? The other way? There we go, I did it the wrong way. There we go. Okay, so now this shouldn't change that ally's name. Yeah, there we go. It's not ally 1 anymore. There we go. Everything looks good. As you can see the trace down here change as I do like skill points and stuff, like right there. It's pretty crazy. Anyway, do normal. Actually, we do want a seed. Can I paste it? Oh yeah, I fucked it up. Hold on, go back. Cool seeds. Dot text. And then we go back here. Oh god, not calculator. Boop. There we go. There we go. Now this seed should have, oops, should have a rare treasure room on floor 3. So I'm gonna go to floor 3, see if we can find it. You do want to make sure that you look right here, right down here, just in case you see it spawn. That's where I'm gonna be looking anyway. Ooh, there was a legendary item back there in that shop, and I don't see it. Maybe that's an old seed. Floor 3. Yeah, it didn't spawn on this floor. This is probably before the blacksmith room was a thing, so it didn't spawn properly. Yep, okay. So that seed doesn't work anymore. Such a shame. It typically does that whenever I add more stuff to the randomly generated, because the floor generation works off the same seed that item generation works off of. So anything that I add that also uses that random generated, or uses the seed for random generation, can sometimes break, or not really break, but change things slightly. And those slight changes can sometimes make stuff like this obsolete. So it's a shame. I'll try this one. This also says this spawns one on floor 3, which is pretty short of a time. So let's go ahead and do that, see if that works out. I don't know how long this video is, by the way. I apologize. It is, I know it's been extremely long, but I really do want to show off my game for what I have up to this point before I start on combat, because combat is going to be a very arduous process. It's going to take me a long time to make, and I'm very probably not going to have any like update videos until it's pretty much where I want it to be. And since that's going to take a long time, I do want to make a video now showing it off before I did go in the black again for a while working on the game. But hopefully you see that, since with this video you are seeing that I am making progress, and I'm not just, you know, saying that, you know, I'm not making videos because I'm working on a game when I'm actually not making it. I'm not working on my game. But hopefully this does kind of prove that I am putting my time forward to try to make a decent game. I'm gonna open this up a little bit. See if we can get the floor to spawn correctly. If not, I will try the one more seed, and if that doesn't work, then I don't see it. It said floor 3. It's not here. Such a shame. All my cool seeds, they're not cool anymore. There's nothing. We got nothing. Well, this one's dead in the water too. Well, might as well get rid of that. This one says floor 3 and floor 4, so we get 2 chances. Let's try it. 2 chances. And then, you see, you can probably tell I've done this so many times that I'm just blazing through this screen. Okay, floor 3 and floor 4. Let's go ahead and burn through all this shit. Who even needs this? Okay, floor 3. 1. Do it! Oh, we got one! The seed is still functioning properly. Okay. So I will show you what the rare treasure room looks like. There it is. So this one is the extremely rare room, and when it spawns, it gives you a unique item that cannot spawn otherwise. And so in this case, we did get a Decapitator, which deals 4,500 to 5,000 damage, and it has a very unique special where if the target is below 25% health, you get a 50% chance to instant kill them, and also it inflicts dismemberment for 10 turns, which I think is just a very powerful cripple. Then you can see it has a 50,000 gold value, and then a 100 level requirement, which of course is an endgame item, so won't be able to equip it just yet. And then it has like its own little special description if you want to read that. It's very, very dark. But then we sell it, get 50,000 gold. So yeah, there's that. This one also said there's one on floor 4, right? Yeah, this one got especially lucky. This one we got the Old God Slab, which is a tome for mages. Mana costs are reduced by 85%, and then its special is you deal 250% spell damage, and you take no spell damage. And then it's just like a super crazy powerful tome. And then each one has, like, you know, its own unique background, like not like this. It's black in the inside and fades to white on the outside, and the items glow. It's pretty cool. I like them. And so yeah, that was basically all the rooms, I think. Yeah, I'm looking on the right here. Yeah, that's pretty much everything. Which is interesting because off to the side right here, it looks like there's a lot more rooms than it shows in game. But when I add combat and boss rooms and mini bosses, hopefully that sort of beefs it up a little bit. And so, if you want, I could also just kind of show off. I have a bunch of classes. Each one of these classes I made from scratch, from basically Literally nothing. You start with nothing besides this one little class right here. I do have a preloader that I don't use yet. I'm probably gonna try to implement it to get a nice custom preloader. But other than that, you just start with the main class, and I have made all of these classes by hand. So yeah, that's pretty cool, I think. And that's basically the end of this video. I'm sorry it dragged on for as long as it did. I never intend for my videos to be this long whenever I make them, but that's just how they end up. I don't mean it. I'm just very passionate about this stuff, and whenever I start talking about it, even if it's, you know, to no one, if I'm talking to myself like I am right now, I can drag on. I can drag on for a very long time, which I have in this video, which again I apologize for, but hopefully you liked it, even if a little bit. And I am gonna do one more thing. I am gonna go to that blacksmith room, since there was the bug where the gold count wasn't resetting properly. I do just have to add one little thing here, where this dot current gold cost equals 0. Boom. I just fixed the bug. Patch 1.001 fixed the blacksmith room bug. That was perfect. Anyway, that run was pretty cool. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully you sort of like, oh, you know, oh shit, I can't do the outro yet. I do have to show you this. This is the text file I have for the classes in the game, where you select the classes in the beginning of the game, and these are going to be what their spells are. I don't know if I talked about how the spells are going to work in the game, but there's basically, each class is going to have 4 active abilities, 2 passives, and each of those active and passive abilities are going to have 2 upgrades. And then each class is also going to have 3 what I call infinitely levelable abilities, where once you upgrade everything else, you're going to be able to upgrade these infinite ones for infinity, for, you know, ad infinitum, as many times as you want. So basically it allows the leveling up system to have a meaning after even a long time of playing. So it's basically, you're gonna start with you're gonna get allocation points when you level up, and active abilities, or rather I should start with like lowest to highest. Infinitely levelable abilities and upgrades are both going to cost 1 attribute point. Then actives are going to cost 2 attribute points, and passives are going to cost 3. And you only get 1 allocation point per level. So that basically kind of does a thing where if you get 1 allocation point, you're like, do I want to spend it on, let's say, an upgrade for an ability that I have, or do I want to save it for another level or 2 and get another active or get a passive? So it's sort of like, kind of, you know, you have to weigh your options. And with the way that I have my stat change event working, it allows me to do such a wide array of spells. And if you're reading these, you can hopefully kind of see like each class has their own little theme. Like the Berserker goes off, you know, he deals a ton of damage, and his damage is augmented by missing health and current health and stuff like that. And then the Templar's abilities work off of spellcasters, and he has like removes negative effects, and he silences enemies and smites enemies, dealing damage equal to their maximum mana. And it's just crazy. I have like a theme with each class, and I try to adhere to that theme as best as I can. And the way that I'm going to have spells working, it's also going to allow me to have a little bit more uniqueness, to where it's basically stuff that I can do for spells that I'm unable to do with things like item specials. So hopefully once I get this implemented, it's going to have like the core aspect of the game, which is going to be revolving around the combat. Because the whole thing of the game is the combat's the biggest thing, because the only items you get are items that augment how you function in combat. And so combat's gonna be like the central thing of the game, and hopefully all these variable classes are gonna, you know, just emphasize the combat even more. And right now I have basically like 60-70% of the classes done. I do have up to the shaman, which he's going to be like a sort of like a powerful healer hexer unit, and then I do have some ideas for the other classes, but I haven't really gotten to them yet. But I have completed all of the player classes, and I have started the ally classes. So yeah, that's pretty cool. If you wanted to read some of those, you're very welcome to, but if not, I understand, and I am going to end the video now because, again, I did mention it dragging on like 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, and it's still dragging on. So anyways, hopefully you enjoyed everything I had to show in this video, and hopefully it won't be too long before I give you another update video on everything to do with combat. Hopefully once I get combat in a good, solid position, I will show off that a little bit. And for now, all I have is those concepts. I am gonna start combat basically as soon as I can, and you should be able to expect another video, hopefully within I really don't want to give a time window just because I'm afraid adhering to that will just either make me rush or, you know, some other negative effect. I do want to get the basis of combat done within a month or so. 1 month at the shortest, and like 3 months at the latest. It probably won't take 3 months because the stat change event took me about 1 or 2 months to create, and since the stat change event is basically the framework of combat just has to work off the stat change event that I already have implemented. So hopefully combat won't take as long as stat change event does, but you never know, which is why I'm giving such a wide window. So I'll try to give some videos if significant milestones are met in my game, but again, the time window I gave is the one that I'm going to work with right now. And if you did enjoy the video, then please show your appreciation by clicking the like button. Helps out a great deal. If you want to leave a comment asking me about my game, asking me about certain, you know, mechanisms of how the game works, that's just completely fine as well. And you can, you know, if you also want to see more about my game, I do have other videos that talk about other things in detail. And for now, that's everything. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.